It's the Rundown. It's brought to you by SoFi. Did you know that you're underpaid based on your bank account? That means you could earn more money on the money you've already got in your bank account. I know that Marty Mush needs every penny he can get. I know that he doesn't have much in his account, but what he does have in his account is not making him enough money. SoFi takes the best of both a checking and a savings account, puts it all into one account, and you'll earn more interest on your money. No fees, no account fees, no overdraft fees. Even your ATM fees will get reimbursed when you use SoFi. So to learn more, go to SoFi.com, SoFi.com/Barstool to check it out. We'll start, there's a lot of basketball, that's why I got Coley Mick on the program. We'll start with Lonzo. He wants nothing to do with Big Baller Brand.
Sure doesn't.
He's getting rid of his Triple B tattoos, turning it into like a pair of dice, which was, the dice don't look good, but
no, they sure
you
don't.
can't tell that it was Triple B. I mean, it's
No.
covered it
Cover
up.
bad tattoo.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But like, it's stupid to cover it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, leave your tattoo.
I agree. But I mean,
You would-
what's going down with Big Baller Brand?
First
That
of all,
he's like,
if-
I can't even have any connection to it.
I think. Oh, you're trying to say like illegal stuff?
I don't know. Is it his dad? Is it legal? Is it just like he's embarrassed about it? They're saying that his ankle problems might be related to his Big Baller shoes. Things are not going well for Big Baller Brand. But to the point
I've
that
felt a pair of Big Baller shoes. I can guarantee you that the ankle problems are connected to Big Baller shoes.
you got this thick ass clunky sole. This material here on the toe box, it feels like sandpaper. I was a big baller. I was all in on the Ball family. This is just a blatant slap in my face. I mean, they're big, thick, black, clunky, plastic shoes. Yeah.
That is a foregone
But to be so down on it that you're like, I can't even.
I think he just feels completely betrayed, as like by someone he like considered a part of his family. That he wants to be completely disassociated with
That's
Big Baller
stupid.
Brand.
Because what? Who was the guy? What was the association?
It was like,
He has an A.
yeah, it was like,
Yeah, I've been saying his name. He has an A. I
Friend you
forget
call a cousin sort of thing. But it's
Yeah.
still like his, like if someone within Barstool like fucked me over, Barstool's still my thing.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't let you take Barstool from me if you
well,
fucked me over.
I think the thing was like, I don't know if he ever like truly
liked it, yeah.
saw the vision with Big
Yeah.
Baller Brand. 'Cause
I think
it really
LeVar-
wasn't one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna go on talk shows and yell.
Yeah.
I mean, they started selling water.
Yeah,
I
they did.
mean,
His pitch
Short
for
of-
water was it doesn't taste like water going down. If I'm drinking water, it better taste like fucking water.
Fuck water, bro.
Like-
Fuck water.
You don't see
and
the
you know
vision,
what?
though.
I'll tell you what. Even if you, first of all, there's plenty of people who don't like water, so that's a good
But
thing.
I mean, it wasn't
But
like flavored water. He just
No,
meant
I
like
know.
it doesn't
I
feel
know.
like it's water. I
But-
want to be drinking water.
I'm just saying, all the waters relatively taste the same. You want to differentiate yourself. Water that's not water.
Yeah,
is the pitch.
you ever had terrible water? Try Big Baller Brand. Whoa, we're different.
But yeah, I mean, it's a drastic move. I mean, LeVar is for sure still Triple B, and he's going to extremes to get him covered
my
up.
favorite-
Also, by the way, just like get that covered up and don't really tell anybody, and I doubt people are even picking up on it.
No, I think I think the artist did it.
Yeah, the artist did
Oh,
do it.
he didn't put it out there.
No,
Okay,
no,
got
the
it,
artist
got
did.
it.
Which, because he was like, "Hey, come to my tattoo." Like that's the only time anyone's
no
gonna
doubt.
know who that
That's
is.
your chance.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I respect
well,
that.
Trouble in Paradise. Trouble in Big Baller.
It's
Paradise.
I just don't get. I think it would be. In a year's time, it would be like a funny thing to look back on and be like, "Remember Big Baller
Yeah,
Brand?
I mean,
That was a
it's
crazy."
bad- it's a
I mean, that's
bad
what
tattoo.
tattoos are,
No
right?
regrets,
Just like
like-
parts of your life. Like, yeah, that was a crazy stage of my life.
But I mean,
here's
the-
a fun
the
story to
whole-
tell about it.
the whole arm is. If we're talking about covering up tattoos, Born to Ball and the
Yeah.
dice, like the whole sleeve is a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
So Triple B is just like one little piece of the pie, dude. Your tattoos.
But it's
It's-
also the only
it's
thing with color too, so you're really
Yeah.
drawn to that. Like the
Yeah.
Born to Ball, you might like miss what it
Right.
says.
The
but
big red dice.
Yeah.
Like,
Tattoos, I think you should never get one until you have something meaningful.
Yeah.
And then from there, go on.
I used
Then you
oh
just
for the
open
first
the
one.
floodgates.
Yeah, just the
I got
first
you.
one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think the first tattoo should always be like, this will always be important to me. This is like, whether it be a family member, a friend, a family, I said that already.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? Like,
And then you just do
And then you
dumb
like, then I
shit.
can just fuck around.
Yeah.
Like, dip your toe in the water with something that, like, you'll always be there. And then be like, okay, now I want goofy things.
you went something meaningful, and then Mario Kart. That's not even necessarily. That was you had to. It was a bet. Like
Yeah, I
that
made
was
a
just
bet
your
on
man
that.
of honor.
No, I mean my first one was like very self-indulging. I got a crown on my left arm,
Cocky.
and then Kobe copied me. People don't like
Do you
to
have any
talk about
tattoos,
that.
Mush? You need to get a giant bird across the back.
Ooh,
Or
like
even
Ben Affleck.
How about this? Not even a bird, just the word bird. Just B-I-R-D across the back. Done.
I like that. Yeah, no,
Bird.
I used to be a big like, oh, they need to mean something person. and they just don't.
Yeah, they really don't. It's actually a little bit narcissistic to be like, it just needs to mean something. It's like, nobody cares.
Well, people, because I just got.
Well, nobody cares, but like no one cares about like tattoos.
Nobody cares
like,
about anything, to be honest. I don't give a fuck
like,
about
I don't
anything.
care if people care about like my tattoos.
But,
Like I do.
But like, I guess you're not supposed to ask people what they mean.
Well, it's always awkward. I'm like, Feits, what is that? And Feits has to be like,
Yeah,
my
here's his
friend's
stuff.
dead. It's
Yeah.
like, well, now you ruined the whole fucking mood.
But it's like.
But like I say with a smile, I'm not happy he's dead. But like I understand what.
That's my dead friend.
I understand that. Like if you're like, I'm like, don't like, I'm saying it with a smile to say like, it's
okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Don't make this weird. It's like,
Yeah, you
whatever.
can't like plaster yourself with essentially like billboards all over you and be like, no, you
Not
can't
expect
ask me.
anybody to talk. Yeah.
You can't ask me what any of these mean.
I had
ridiculous.
I had a lot of questions this
You know
morning.
what? I don't know how this kind of came in my brain. I guess I was walking to lunch today, and I saw some girl and she had like a really small font on her shirt. I thought that wasn't fair. Because I was just,
you're sitting there
I'm like just staring at her tits. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, I
I'm,
think
just,
that
like
was
I'm
the-
literally just trying to read your shirt.
I think if you wear a shirt with tiny font across your tits, you know what you're doing.
Well, it's like
And
when
it's okay to do.
It's like when Juicy sweatpants like had Juicy just across the ass. It's like,
Incredible.
well, I mean, I like to read.
Incredible brand.
Yeah.
I'm so when words are placed on sexual organs, I become like a kid in the car who's like McDonald's, Burger King, mobile. Like,
If I see it, I say it.
Reading's the best.
Last night,
Is an ass considered a sexual organ? I'm going all over the place. Don't care.
now it is.
Now it is.
In
Has to be.
2019, maybe not. Like
Not a
10 years
reproductive organ, but a sexual.
sexual.
Yeah,
organ.
no, I heard what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I
I,
mean, at
know
this
an ass
point-
isn't a reproductive organ, John.
Well, like, would you call your mouth a sexual organ?
No. See, twist.
But then, so then your ass isn't it?
Yeah.
But then it's not like I pay more than I do anything else with that guy.
I hope with that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, guys.
I mean, listen, if we're just trying to do
My
like,
thing would be like, if you fuck it, it's a sexual organ. So
yeah.
that means in 2019, like armpits in the back of your knee. Have to be
Yeah,
considered.
I've
Like, you
seen
see
that
some
shit.
I've seen some shit. I've seen it.
I have. The
Last
soles
night
of your feet.
on Twitter, I saw. Speaking of seeing things, I saw. I didn't know what it was. Get on out here, little fella. I saw
Ah!
what was one of the funniest, interesting, intriguing things I've ever seen in my life. Za is a huge train simulator guy.
All right, so I'm gonna do my best to show you how a train works. Here I am operating the 6 p.m. shift from Belmont Park to Jamaica on the LIRR. Then to actually get this thing going, if you look at the pressure over here, that's the brake pressure, the BP over here. So to get it in motion, you have to charge the brake pressure into the blue zone. So just like that, that goes up, that fills up, fills up, fills up. So once the pressure is up and dandy, we are ready to roll. So
And it goes deeper. He's flight simulator. He wants to get into the farm simulating
That's
games.
next.
But last night he was on the sticks of a Long Island Railroad train from Belmont Park to Jamaica, Queens, and it was just I couldn't
Riveting.
stop watching.
It was riveting.
It was.
was.
I think
Couldn't
the
look
part
away.
I love the most about it is like you didn't try and make it extremely entertaining. Like,
No.
you weren't being like, wow, like
That's-
just describing how you drive a train. And I was like, ooh, brake pressure. This
That
is-
was
Yeah.
like you got to get that shit up there like the Madden punt.
700. Yeah, it's got to be in the green
You
zone.
got to get up there,
Yeah.
you know?
So as I was saying earlier on Kevin's thing on Kevin's show CCK, that wasn't for entertainment purposes. That's like a
Say the
real.
line.
I take it seriously.
Give,
It's a lifestyle.
this line is poetic, man.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, but the other one, it's what
damn,
makes
what is
me
it?
happy.
Oh, there we
when
go.
People aren't looking.
That's right.
It is.
Sal.
Casey
fucking right.
went, oh my God.
Yeah,
like
that's
it
really
was.
nice.
I was like, if you find something that actually makes you happy when people aren't looking,
Hold dear to
fucking
that.
do
That's
it,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Fucking, you simulate that train, man.
And you're a flight simulator guy too?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but that so I don't have that. That takes longer. So that if I was to do it properly, that's literally my whole Sunday gone. So I right now I don't have a joystick, so it's harder to.
How much is
to
a joystick?
Let's get the fucking
That's-
joystick
We're
for
gonna
Zach.
get the
Huh?
There
Come
we
on.
go. It's like 40
Charge it
bucks
to
or
the.
We'll get you
Spider-
a joystick.
Spider,
yeah.
get him a joystick
Payday,
right
payday,
now.
payday's Friday.
I'm liking your hair these days, Zach.
Thank you,
When
thank
you
you,
came
thank
here,
you.
you were bald, right?
So what's up?
Did you have hair when you first
Yeah,
you were shaved, right?
yeah. So usually when it gets hot, it gets tough.
Growing
But
it out?
we'll
All right, I
Grow it
like
out
it.
a little bit.
Keep
But yeah.
on simulating those trains. I have requested.
Za makes me feel bad because in high school we had a kid who was loved flight simulators.
Uh-huh.
He's like he was a big kid. He lived above us, and we would call him just to hear him get up and go get his phone because it was funny. We'd do it in the middle of the night just to hear him lumber
This
around.
is the kid who says he's not a bully.
And
John.
and we had this kid Harvey who would, when he was playing Flight Simulator, and he'd be like gearing up for landing. Like we'd like find out like when his flight was supposed
And
to
you'd
land.
fuck with him?
We'd eject, it was CD-ROM
Oh,
days, so he would like hack into his computer and
Christ.
eject the disc, and we just listen to him get mad upstairs. I feel bad now. It was funny in the time, but I feel bad now.
If
You
you
should've
had
felt
done,
that
if you had
back.
done that to me, no joke, because I literally take it seriously. After, if you do that to me after like a 6-hour flight on the landing after a 6-hour flight,
Never mind, I don't feel bad.
I'm not
I
cursing.
still
I'm
find
not
it
cursing.
funny.
Not cursing you. I'm cursing you.
Oh, yeah.
Not only you, just you, your family, your kids,
bloodline.
your whole fucking bloodline
Yeah.
is dead
That's right,
at that
yeah.
point. After 6
That's
hours,
the
you're gonna
thing, it's
fuck
all
with someone
real,
like
it's
that?
real time. He
That's
said
the
next
problem.
week he's going to do Amtrak.
Can you
from DC
sim
to
it?
Boston, and
Like-
he's going to
like
go
in
home.
sports?
It takes the
Oh,
train
I've-
takes
oh,
off
I've
or whatever,
done it.
leaves at 6:06.
You've
and
done
he's going
it?
to do it till midnight.
No, I've done the actual
Oh,
sit on the train.
It's
for the-
real time. He's going to go home from 6 p.m. to midnight and simulate a
The,
train from
the,
DC to
the,
Boston.
So-
the
Okay.
when you have to get the service, that was preposterous. That you should be able to
Yes, where you
simulate.
have to
for.
sit there for 24 minutes.
Yeah,
just
I
wanna
was
sit
sitting there
there.
for like 24 minutes.
Okay, so like the other day, they want me to wait. I'm meant to sit here for, I'm not a rocket scientist. What is that, 14 minutes? I don't know what the math on that is. I don't know what it is. I don't care. Whatever that math is, I'm meant to sit here and wait for that. Yeah, not happening today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Here's one of the,
wanted
that's
me to
like, buddy,
sit
I just
there,
want to drive the train.
And this is a guy who called it a lifestyle, and he said it's what makes him happy when people aren't looking, and he was like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just unfortunate that I had Barstool breakfast the next morning, but if that was a Sunday, I probably would have sat there.
You're crazy, man. Enjoy it, bro.
Just to answer
Keep
your
doing
question,
you, baby.
by the way, do you you asked if can you sim at
yeah.
whatever stage?
I guess
Just
that takes
I'll answer your question with a question. Can you
Okay.
sim real life?
That's right.
Oh.
That's right.
I mean, like you can sim an NFL season and get to the playoffs in Madden.
It's a
Yeah,
lifestyle,
but
bro.
this-
This ain't a game.
Madden's not real.
The big simulators,
I
big,
do like.
big simmy.
I did like Jack Mac too, just completely fucking with hubs and everyone being like,
What?
no, this is how like the trains actually operate. Hubs was like, this could be real. I don't know if it's
honestly,
reality anymore.
That's a lie I would probably believe too.
Yeah.
St. Louis cuts their bagels like a loaf of bread. And I am torn here because on the one hand, I, being a person of stubborn opinions, have to just call this trash. And on the other hand, it is completely logical, and I understand it.
Yeah, I was the same way.
It's like a lot of people, most people really don't want like a full-ass bagel every time. If you could just grab a sliver, spread it on like a piece of toast, and eat a sliver of bagel, it just makes a lot more sense. But that being said,
You're from New York, Kevin.
fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
When I first saw it, I didn't even think it was real. I was like, oh, this is just like a joke.
stupid joke.
Like I think we talked about the Pop-Tarts with cheese on them and stuff like that. Like, look what I made, and everyone's like, gross. I thought this was that. Like, there's no way that's how it happens. But then once Logan explained it to me, yeah, it makes perfect
Makes a
sense.
lot of sense.
Although YP, you brought a disservice to it with your dipping.
Look at that bread slice, baby. Easy. Look at that. Tough to do with one hand. Straight out. Easy money.
Because
Yeah, that's the whole point is that you can spread.
Wait,
no,
what is the
I actually
question?
like a dip, but like you gotta like nuke the cream cheese or something like that. You were just digging your fingers in there trying to get a little cream cheese
Listen,
on it.
that
It
was
looked-
straight out of that. I'm not gonna speak on any establishments, but that was a little cold cream cheese. Delivery took a little while, but that's
Yeah.
fine. The point is, say you have like a brunch or something, like a party, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people. I like cinnamon crunch bagels so much, but I also like sesame.
So that can
But
do-
I also like Asiago. You take a little thing, you're mixing up cream cheeses. It's so much easier and convenient. And guess what? Everyone complaining, we didn't burn every single other bagel slicer. You can do that still. People sometimes I'll get one each way.
I mean, I feel you, and like I said, it's all logical, but also fuck you, YP. Fuck
I've
you.
never
Fuck
seen
your
out of
family.
all the
fuck
shit-
St. Louis. Shit is crazy.
St.
This is
Louis
crazy
hates
to you
you
anyway.
What's
This is free
St. Louis
crust.
pizza? Because I know you guys do something
Emo's
weird there
Pizza.
too. No, but like what? Like you guys
What you
do?
calling
Oh, you like
pizza?
cut it into like squares, right?
square beyond
What is
compare.
wrong with like?
There's
you
a,
guys?
there's a perfectly serviceable shape that already works.
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I mean,
right,
I
so
tried
shut up.
pizza,
I've,
yeah.
yeah,
So
I've
shut up.
had Napoleon style, like the grandmother's.
No,
like,
but you
kind
haven't
with-
had emos, have you?
No, I haven't.
So then don't talk
I'm not.
shit until
I'm
you
saying
try
if they just
I will
cut
talk
it
shit about
normal.
whatever the fuck I want
Don't you
without
fucking
ever
dare.
trying it.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare. Come on
I'm
in
in
here.
a prime teabagging
Get that
position
mic from
right
him.
now. You better
Get that
watch
mic
it.
from
Me?
I'll
Oh,
dip
no.
my nuts
No,
on
my
you.
nuts
Mush,
tucked
Mush,
under.
get that mic from him
We're
right
on the
now.
rundown.
Take it away.
This is the
All
rundown.
my
You just
point
get.
is-
Oh, never mind.
What just
What just happened?
I don't know.
Sit on your own nut?
What happened?
I was trying to.
sat
I
on
was
this rant.
trying to show that you couldn't get my nuts, and I got. I got them.
What, did you pinch your own nuts?
I thought they were both tucked under. Turns out one
you
wasn't.
hit him?
I thought just smacking the dick itself.
This guy just punched his own dick.
Oh, I think that's what I call that a teabag.
No,
That's
that's not
wrong.
a tea
That's a
bag.
sack whack.
Yeah, sack tap, whatever, nut tap.
Man, that was a surprise. I did not know there was a nut there.
That's surprising.
You lost track of your own testicles? What the fuck is going on? This place is off the fucking rails. Second half of the rundown is brought to you by PointsBet. Right now, use the promo code Barstool over at pointsbet.com. You get
mood today.
$50 plus
is a good move?
2 risk-free bets up to $1,000. That sounds, I know these guys throw around big cash, but a $1,000 bet to me seems very high. And if you can just do 2 of them for fucking free,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't gamble,
why
but
don't
I'll
people
take
just
two
throw-
$3,000 bets.
why don't you just throw 1,000 on it in a crazy long shot, and if you lose, you lose, and if you win, you get like.
Because I think people
Whatever.
like Mush would put it on what they believe to be a sure thing, and then when they win, then they're hooked, and then they're down $3,000.
Yeah.
No, this points bet thing is pretty good, but like last night I could have used it -3. But if like I wish I could bet it on like real life shit. Like if you told me in Europe that there wasn't road mailboxes, I would have bet it opposite and lost that. You know,
In Europe, there's no mailboxes.
road mailboxes.
Roadside.
Like,
Like a blue.
yeah. Wait, no.
No,
that's
no,
my
no.
question.
He's saying like individual homes, like you have it like way out.
You have to go
like
up
on
and
the
put it
curb,
like into
like
someone's.
a curbside
My home,
mailbox,
I have it out on my front lawn.
like
Okay.
a suburb person, as opposed to like everyone in the city.
So those
uses
don't
a
exist
town.
in Europe.
Nope.
what
See, I would have bet the house on that too.
Exactly. That's
I
why
would've thought that
points
they have
bet's a
them.
hell of a thing. So make sure you.
Why don't
use
you
points
start that? Maybe PointsBet should get into the game of just betting about life.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I would
random
lose
facts.
a lot though. I would have no idea.
Where are
I
John
would- I
Feidelberg's
would've-
testicles?
I would have bet my life that.
You guys got a
What
good
would
guess
have been
as
the
me.
odds? What would have been the odds on will John Feidelberg punch his own self in the dick today? I would have bet everything against that, and we would have lost.
I was just trying to show like you couldn't hit me. And
Make sure you use
again,
points bet for
PointsBet for all sports bets. Free two free $1,000 bets. A Make It Rain promo. You get $3 for every 3-pointer the team makes in the tournament. So they got a lot of things going over there. What does
Oh, I
this
love
say?
this game, Kevin.
This is your words, your handwriting.
Cell phone. Kliff Kingsbury is giving a cell phone break to his team. Cardinals, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Every 20 minutes, you get a cell phone break. This is just smart. This is just getting with the times.
This is what
Like,
old people will fucking.
They're gonna go
like,
crazy.
Oh, millennials crazy. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, man. You adapt to the times.
You want your team
Adapt
to
or
like
die.
learn in practice and not be distracted. Give me 20 solid minutes, then you can go on your phone for a little bit. Come back and we're gonna go over some more film. You can go fucking around and send your dick to these hoes. Come back, like
Yeah.
do whatever you want to do. But come back and learn.
I'd be so much more prone to pay attention if I
Yep.
knew there was a light at the end of the tunnel. You have just that. I mean, that's just a
If you
phrase
live
that's
your
been around
life
forever.
in 20-minute increments, anything's possible.
A quarter mile at a time, exactly.
Yep.
There is just say I do it with TV shows. Like I'll watch a commercial break.
Yep.
Commercial break, check the phone. Sometimes when I'm getting a little intellectual reading, finish a chapter, you can look at the phone. Bingo, bango.
It's like a little
Reading.
carrot.
Yeah.
A dangling carrot.
But that carrot, like, technically already existed, which was like, hey, we're gonna go the whole day, then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's
But-
way
yeah,
too
but
long
that's-
to have the carrot.
I
It's
guess.
like we're gonna
I
go a
want
whole
my
week.
carrot.
We're going a whole year.
You know what the real
Those
problem is
aren't
too?
real numbers.
You know what the
real
problem
dates.
is? The carrots are in your pocket. And
Carrots
it's just like
are definitely in your
don't
pocket.
touch the fucking carrot until the end of the day. They're in my pocket, coach.
I feel like
I'm gonna
there's-
touch the carrots.
I feel like there's like another coach who's gonna get the concert things that some
Yeah, you
artists
seal 'em
have.
up in a
Yeah,
box.
That's
Yeah.
what's
It'll be
gonna.
Belichick.
Someone, I don't think he like knows
Yeah,
which
you're right.
players.
I
have
think
cell
I
phones.
think they know.
to put it away.
Don't take out.
Well,
your
and
phone.
that's really
Right.
the problem here is that Kliff Kingsbury already coming in with this like young guy, hot shot. I haven't really won anything yet, sort of whatever. And now it's like he's gonna let you on your cell phone. It's gonna be a whole reputation thing. But
Oh, if there's like a false start that loses them in week one,
Then
they're
you're
gonna be like,
crushed,
this
yeah.
was the phones.
I'm also just fully preparing for this to be
But it's also-
instituted with the Jets because this seems like a Jets thing. So
There's
Jets-
also just nothing you can do as a young coach. They're like,
At no point have the Jets not had their phones out. Kevin.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they'll try to do this rule, so I'll have to be on board with it now.
but if you go in as a hard ass too, that's just as bad
Yeah,
for a new coach.
right.
I mean, Patricia was lambasted in Detroit because he had guys run a lap when they had a false start in practice. Like, they're like, oh, he's got the hard ass. Like you go one way or the other. There's no right way to do it until you win.
McVay.
But he won right away. So it's only the right way once you start winning.
Yeah. Just win, baby. Yeah. Doesn't matter. You guys can be on their cell phone in the middle of the fucking game, as long as you win. Doesn't matter. Back to the NBA. Lance Stephenson last night crosses up Jeff Green, steps on his foot.
Not according to the internet.
Hits the jumper, and then like the celebration afterwards was incredible. I get that if you step on anybody's foot, they're gonna fall over. But I'm still giving him credit. I'm not saying it's like the best crossover I've ever seen. If it was it's not intentional. I think like Gary Payton used to step on guys' feet intentionally. I think then you almost deserve credit too if you do it on purpose. This was by accident. It was a happy accident. I'm gonna give him credit.
I actually, as someone who's notoriously been anti-Jeff Green for his entire career, I'm going to give him credit for after the game being like, if people are having fun with it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's easy if you have a brain or you respect basketball at all, someone's going to go, you stepped on your foot. No one's really clowning you that bad. So don't be a fucking baby about it.
But like,
smart play by him.
And like the Lakers reacted so naturally. Like in the moment, like guys on the bench don't see you step on the foot.
Oh yeah, the bench mob was the best. I mean, they ran on the fucking court.
Yeah, that's why it was great. It happened like right at the end of the quarter too, so they could just like have the full celebration.
Yeah.
TNT, shout out to the producers there for like the cut immediately I can't remember if it was JaVale or someone else just laying like dead on the ground.
JaVale like got into a crouch position and just fell back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying
LeBron did a shimmy. LeBron enjoyed basketball first time this year.
The whole Lakers enjoyed basketball for the first time this year. It was if they wanted to raise a banner, I don't think I'd be against it. They already have those Minneapolis YMCA banners they hang up there. They might as well have Lance Stephenson
crossed over a guy,
hit an 18-footer. Like that's just as improbable as what else happened there.
LeBron enjoyed Heat basketball last night more than Lakers basketball. They retired Chris Bosh's number in Miami, which I guess makes sense. I didn't think that was going to happen, but I guess thinking about it kind of makes sense.
Well, isn't the only number retired in Miami right now Michael Jordan's?
So they had a couple others up. It's very funny when you pan up there prior to last night because like Michael Jordan, Dan Marino. Yeah. And then I think like Alonzo's up there now.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But the quote, and I think Chris Bosh is actually going from one of the most underappreciated players when he played. Everybody kind of clowned him, Bostrich and all that shit. To I think people really respect. Yeah, he was goofy. He was strange.
Like that. I mean, that confetti gif is an all-time gif.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I think now people are like, that guy was fucking Hall of Famer, like great player.
Well, don't get me started about the Hall of Fame.
He would have been so good in modern, like how it's shifted now too.
And if he didn't have the blood clots, I think that kind of worked in his favor. But the quote last night from LeBron was, "I don't get my championships in Miami without you." Which is much easier said. We don't win without you, Chris. But I don't get my championships without you is some truly narcissistic shit.
I'm not.
He's right.
He's right, but the way you say it.
I'm not a me-we guy. Because I've said so many things in my life where someone's like, what do you mean by that? And I roll my eyes. I'm like, you fucking know what I meant.
Yeah.
But this sentence in particular,
I don't get
like a human
without
brain
you.
should malfunction trying to string these words
It does look. It sounds weird when you read it.
I don't get my championships without you. Like, they're clearly our champions.
It's just we won with Chris.
We don't win without
Chris was an important part of the team. The Heat don't win without Chris. Bosh, like, we needed Bosh.
I think it would be less of a big deal if it were like in real time, like him just being there and saying that, like just that's how it came out of his mouth. Like you're saying, like you know what I meant. But yeah, it was pre-recorded, so that could have been take like 7.
And also, if someone said to you like, you know, John, tell me about your championships, and you were like, oh, my championships, you know, I don't win them without him. Like, but you had the floor to say it how you want to say it.
Yeah, but they're
and
not
you
my
chose to go
championships.
right.
But you don't like. I don't think anyone thinks of them as like the Miami Heat championships.
No,
they're the LeBron champion.
Yeah. I mean, that is the
LeBron's
thing, and then like. Yeah, it's been LeBron went to the final 7 straight times, not his team. Like, it's not one team. It's always been LeBron, so I get it. But he is just blissfully unaware of the idea.
Other people can say things about you that you can't say about yourself.
Yes,
and
right.
That's just the way. This is the way the world works.
Also true. But Chris Bosh, many people don't know this, saved my life.
That's right.
When Chris Bosh had his blood clot, it was very hot in the news.
Yeah.
Couldn't go anywhere without hearing about blood clots because you don't really hear about them. Now they're popping up all over. Blood clots are very
hot in the streets.
But so he had his, and then a few weeks later, I was back when I was working security. I like woke up one morning and I couldn't like stretch my leg all the way out. And I was like, that's peculiar. And so I went to work and it was just like really hot. It felt like there was like a balloon blowing up in my leg. Very uncomfortable. So I had my father drive me to the emergency room just to get checked out because it wasn't anything like I'd felt before. And so I went there and I was like, hey, I think I have a blood clot. Like it's been in the news. I WebMD'd it. Like, and doctors hate when you tell them you've already WebMD'd it. They're like, I'm the professional.
Right,
here.
right.
I
We'll
can't
see
be
about
replaced
that.
with a computer.
Yeah.
So one guy came up, he like pulled and twisted my leg all sorts of ways. And he was like, does that hurt? I was like, yeah, sure fucking does. He was like, oh, that's a torn ACL. And I was like, get away. I was like, you're done. You're off this case. Yeah. And I was like begging them. I was like, can you please just do whatever the blood clot test is? And like they begrudgingly did. And I will never forget the woman was doing the sonogram like for pregnancies. They do that just to look inside. And she just goes, mm-hmm. And I was like, what does that mean? She was like, oh yeah, you've got one. I was like, what? You can't just say, mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you talking about? So without Chris Bosh being in the news, I don't think I would have like assumed blood clot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I would. I think I would have just like waited for it to like go away.
Coley's blood clots would never have been discovered without you, Chris.
That's right. That's right.
All right, that's the rundown.
John, what is lambasted?
I mean, Patricia was lambasted in Detroit because he had guys run a lap.
Oh boy.
Just
That was
fucking
perfect.
spewed it out like it was nothing.
Never change.